Hello folks, and welcome back to Shogun Total War. I am Kanastep, and this is going to be part 16 of my Sengoku Jedi campaign where I'm playing as Clan Oda. And I've had a pretty peaceful episode last time. I was able to spend a lot of time just working on my economy, working on my infrastructure, and yeah, I didn't fight any battles, but it was a good one for me at least. May not have been very watchable, but at least I got a lot of work done. And speaking of getting work done, looks like Clan Hojo has done a lot of that. They've finally taken over all of northern Japan. They finally pushed Clan Imagawa out of Mikawa. Now, Clan Imagawa is still alive. They still do hold on to Shikugo province right here. They haven't taken advantage of a rebel-held Kyushu. So all of this is still rebel-held, except for, of course, this one province here held by Imagawa. And I am kind of going to let them just have it for now, just because I'm enjoying this piece and I'm enjoying all of this time that I can spend working on my generals and getting my armies going. And speaking of generals, I actually did confirm Shibata Katsuie is a historical general. He's a real guy, and actually a pretty important one. I'm kind of embarrassed that I should have known. I thought I knew, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% positive. And I was just looking them up actually, and so it's interesting because I just played the historical battle like a week ago, I think, the Yamazaki battle, which was it happened right after Oda Nobunaga's death, where he was betrayed by one of his generals, Akechi Mitsuhide, and he was avenged by one of his top lieutenants, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who at the time was sieging against the Mori clan somewhere here in Harima, I believe. And when he heard of his lord's death, he quickly rushed back and defeated Akechi Mitsuhide in the Battle of Yamazaki. It was at a river, I think, like around here, I think. And then right after that, Toyotomi Hideyoshi essentially kind of went to work at just consolidating all of Oda Nobunaga's territory and power for himself. And in doing so, he had to fight a lot of Oda Nobunaga's previous generals, and one of them was Shibata Katsuie, who at the time was campaigning in this direction, kind of pushing through. I believe this was still, I think Kaga was still held by Iko Iki, but I believe they may have taken that and they're pushing against the Yusugi here in Echu and eventually Echigo. But at the time that Oda Nobunaga died, Shibata Katsuie had to rush down from Echizen. I think he couldn't rush right away because of the winter and there's a lot of snow, so he's kind of stuck up here in the mountains. And they eventually fought, I believe, in this area, and Toyotomi Hideyoshi did win that battle. And Shibata Katsuie was eventually forced to commit seppuku in rather spectacular fashion. This man wasn't just satisfied with killing himself. He killed himself in a building that he burnt down himself. So it was a pretty epic way to go out, but still tragic nonetheless. But that's how it went back then, you know, like you guys are all fighting on the same side, and then your lord dies, and everyone's looking around the room at each other thinking, well, who's it gonna be? And yeah, no one. I guess you just couldn't. I guess you couldn't just trust your pals, or maybe they weren't friends. You know, I guess I would think that if you were fighting on the same side for decades, that maybe you'd be friends, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know these things. Same thing about families. Families are weird too, because I think you think of the modern day family and you think like, man, a lot of cases, you know, that's, you know, the whole like blood is thicker than water, like you're going to be side by side. But in the medieval ages, that really wasn't the case. I mean, a lot of times when mom and dad died, it'd be the brothers and sisters looking around at each other thinking, well, who gets their stuff? And, you know, it's just kind of a mindset that you can't really imagine these days because, well, I say that, but of course people still fight over the estates and all that. So that still happens. I guess maybe it's a powerful person thing. Maybe it happens when people are in power and they actually have things that they could be bestowed upon their descendants. Maybe that's what it is. It's power. Duh. What am I thinking? It has nothing to do with medieval times. It has nothing to do with modern times. It has to do with people in power. There we go. I figured it out. Sometimes Concept figures things out for himself, that is. Anyway, moving on. That was a little tangent. So this clash in the north might happen any time now. And Hojo really seemed to be gearing up for an attack. I sure have been gearing up for a defense for a long time. My armies are starting to get a little bit decent up here. Just to show you here in Awari, for example, this is what I have in mind for these armies. The Oda armies are going to have 4 gun units. Eventually there will be musketeers, but right now I just have the arquebusiers. And then I'll have 4 archer units, and then 4 naginata units, and they're going to be working with the archers to create this very dense center that the rest of my army can move around. It's going to be these not heavily armored tanks, these naginatas, supported by archer fire, and then the flanks are going to be these guns supported by spears, and the spears will be these Yari Samurai. I have 1 unit of Ashigaru left. That's the 1 unit that I have to get rid of in this army. Other than that, then of course I will have my 1 unit of Yari Cav just to chase down riding units at the end of the battle. And that's going to be that. This army in Mino, my heir's army, is looking pretty good. I think this is all set. That's all ready to go. All ready to go? Yeah. The one thing about my heir's army that's a little unfortunate is that I do have my Naginata only have the bronze armor upgrades instead of the silver upgrades like Shibata Katsuie has. Yeah, 3 of his 4 Naginata units have the silver armor upgrades here, which is going to be very helpful. And I could, if I wanted to really min-max this, I could spend some time switching these units around so my heir has some stronger units, but that's kind of where I draw the line. This game can get a little bit tedious when it comes to moving units around because it is just dragging units around a risk board. And I have to, for myself personally, I do draw a line with the amount of work I want to put into the real microing of organizing my armies. I mean, I already do put in quite a lot of work off camera for you guys, but just still, even for me, I have to draw a line with that and you know, eventually call it where it is, let my guys fight as they are. Because that's another thing is that what I could do is I could send these guys back to Aki, and I could get them free armor upgrades just by retraining them back here, because this is where I have that legendary famous armory. But that's just kind of a lot of work, you know? And I'd rather not do that right now, because right now, since Aki is the only province that's producing Naginata for me, I need them to fill up the rest of my armies. Right now I'm working on getting some... How many Naginata do I have here? So I just have the 1... And then do I have any in this army? No. So I still need 3 more Naginata for my army in Echizen. And then I believe I'm working on... Do I have any Naginata here? Nada. And then here as well, I have my 2... Yeah, just 2 here. So yeah, still some work to be done. But I am bringing guns up. So I have guns in my army, my Daimyo's army here in Nagato. And then I also have enough guns in my, Naito Tokinao. His army as well has enough guns in them. It's just the Naginata production's kind of fallen behind, and that's something that I have to work on. I believe here in Mino is what I'm working on. Yeah, I'm building the armory here in Mino, and once I have that finished, then eventually I can work on... Do I have an armory? Oh, I do have an armory in Iga. Maybe I should have did that instead. That might have been a better idea, because then I could just go straight to a large castle, and then it'd be a famous spear dojo, and then I'd be training Naginata. That would have been smarter. I wasn't really thinking of that, but in any case, having, you know, multiple places where I can eventually train Naginata in the future will be beneficial towards me. It just would have been more efficient, I guess, to get them out faster if I chose one of these places. But in any case, that's going to be for the future, because right now I'm putting the finishing touches on my economy. Like I got most of my ports are in, and my Portuguese trading posts are mostly on the way. And that's just going to create this booming economy. And then I can put the finishing touches on just making sure that my farmlands are fully upgraded in the provinces that are worth it. I only upgrade the farmlands in provinces that have a base income of like 300 koku, I believe. Maybe like 270, 260 minimum. I'll like put a 20% upgrade in. But for Bitchu, for example, that has a base income of 314, yeah, I'll put 2 upgrades into there. Sanuki has a base income. So this is only with, with 2 upgrades put into Sanuki. It went from like three. I want to say it started at 350 to like 547. So it's really good. It's really worth it to put those farm upgrades in. And I can look around and see what other places. Key, for example, 270. Now we even have the first upgrade put in. So that's definitely worth it for there. Issa has 1 farm upgrade and it's already making 528, so that's probably worth a second one as well. And in any case, these are things that I can start doing later on, because I think this is autumn, so starting next turn I'll have a new treasury and I'll have a bunch of money that I can start putting in again towards, yes, my economy, but at this point I think I need to switch my overall focus on getting more of these centers up and going, these troop producing centers, because right now that's kind of what's bottlenecking me right now, is that I only have 1 place producing naginata. I can train guns like anywhere, because I can train guns in any place that has a Portuguese trading port, but I can only have 1 place that trains naginata, and I think I only have like a couple places where I can train cavalry. My archers, I can train archers, but they don't have any upgrades. So that's another thing I can work on, is upgrading my units as well, because when this happens up here, it's going to be fierce. So without further ado, I think it's time to just get on with it. I can put my taxes up to punitive, and I can take a look at my population loyalty and see where that leaves me. Looks like I'm okay, doesn't it? I can keep moving my Jesuit priests around just so that they're spreading the good word. And like here and here. And I don't have any more right now, but that's fine. And I want to keep bringing, I think I want at least 3 shinobi around these 4-star generals, because that's kind of all I have right now, and I feel like I've been getting a lot of ninja attacks on some of my generals, so that's making me a little bit nervous. 4 on my air should be good. I don't think, fingers crossed, knock on wood when I say this, but I don't think I've ever seen a general die when he's being protected by 4 shinobi. That changes a little bit with the daimyo, just because the daimyo has a base ninja defense stat, like that's kind of like hidden. But they're just generally harder to kill, so you don't need all of the advanced. Like, I think that 2 is enough. I think 2 shinobi is enough, and I've never seen one of my daimyos die. Again, knock on wood. I've never seen one of my daimyos die when he's being protected by 2 shinobi, 2 a ninja, that is. A geisha's different. Geishas are like, you need more. You need a lot more. But in any case, 3 shinobi protecting my 4-star generals should be enough. And in addition to that, with the rest of my money for this turn, I'll just train up another unit of naginata as always. That's going to put me at 500, then I have 200 to spend, and I can train up a unit of Yari Samurai here, and that's going to fill out this unit. So I can get rid of that Ashigaru, and I can put a Yari Samurai here, and this will be a completely full Oda composition. So that's looking good. And Oda Nobunaga, how far away are you, bud? 3 years. So close to 2. It's like 2.5 at this point until he's going to be of service to me. So that's cool. Other than that, I think it's time to end the turn here. And yeah, making 7,271, not bad. So I got another Portuguese trading post here in Seoul. Iwami, Aki, Hoki, Baizen, Echizen, and I got that armory in Mino. Yeah, now we can start building that large castle. Okay, yeah, and how is he? Yeah. So I said before that these priests are just ninja magnets. Already going after my priest. I don't know if I've ever seen a priest successfully avoid an assassination attempt. I think they're just like automatic or something. Poor harvest. Yeah, I thought so. I thought 7,000 seemed a little bit light, but yeah, that explains it. I also don't think that's including all of those Portuguese trading posts that just went in. But in any case, I got 7,000 to spend. As I was saying before, I think a good investment now is going to be that large castle here in Mino. That's going to allow me to eventually get those Naginatas there. And then in addition to that, yeah, 7 grand's not a ton of money. So I'm going to double check and see if there's any places left that still need Portuguese trading posts and or ports. And if not that, then maybe I can look at doing a couple of those aforementioned farming upgrades. And on top of that, it's just going to be soldiers, including a lot more Naginata. And now the port in Nagato is finished. Now I can put in a Portuguese trading port there. And yeah, then I'm going to have a bunch of PTPs in Bingo, Sanuki, Awa, Awaji, Inaba, Harima. Yes, that's going to be a ton of money next year. Let's see, Kari. Yeah, speaking of, yep, got a Shinobi in EO, and just as I'm getting a Shinobi in EO, I'm catching ninjas, going after my 4-star generals, of course. Alright, pretty uneventful, and yeah, looking like there's a lot of enemies that Hojo's gathering. I mean, they have a ton of money. Oh, they got some Naginatas now, some Silver Shield Naginatas. Warrior Monks, yeah, still looking. I'm keeping an eye out for any heavy cav or Naginata cav, and I'm not seeing any. They still have some formidable armies though, that's for sure. Some weapon upgrades. I don't have any weapon upgrades in any of my soldiers, so that's something I'm gonna have to start doing as well. Yeah, they have some decent armies, and I probably should just build a border watchtower here in Echizen just so I can see what's in Kaga, because I have no idea. I have no vision on Kaga. So maybe I should actually just do that right now. They're very cheap, only cost 200 koku. It'll be worth it in the long run. And yeah, other than that, I have a decent amount of money left to spend. Now, obviously I want to save a lot of that for building soldiers, but I should still, let's see, I can put in a Portuguese trading post here in Nagato, and what else? Yamashiro. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I should be putting in this citadel, and I wonder if I should do that now or should I do that next year. It's going to take 7 seasons for it to be built, but once I build this, then I can put in that cathedral. But I don't even think I have 6 churches built yet. That's going to be 1 church, 2 church, 3 church, 4 church, 5 church. So I have 5. I need 1 more somewhere, and yeah, I wonder where that's going to be. Maybe I can just put that here in Mino. And I've decided that the location for my 6th church is going to be here in Nagato, primarily because, it looks like I already have a Portuguese trading post that needs to be built here. But yeah, after that, then I'll get a church in, and yeah, just mainly because I already have a large castle there, so I can just build a church right away. But also because it's a good spread. It helps me spread the Christianity to adjacent provinces. Right now, building churches that are adjacent to each other is kind of a waste because I need Christianity to spread to everyone so that everyone is happy and, Christian. In the meantime, though, I'm going to spend a bit more money on a few more farming upgrades. And other than that, I'm going to be training some more soldiers and just plugging away at getting things going here. So that's looking good. My Nobunaga is 2 years away, so I have to keep an eye on that. I want to make sure he ends up in the right unit, which for me, I'm thinking it's going to be an archer unit. So yeah, something I have to keep an eye on. And yeah, looking like it's going to be 2 years from now. So probably going to happen this episode. Let's end the turn. So I got a bit more money left. That's good. And it looks like, yeah, Hojo's got a ton of guys left. Yep, more ninjas are coming into EO trying to cap my 4-year or 4-star general there in EO. And then more shinobi are getting caught here in Nagato, and these guys are working for Lord Hojo.
Noble Lord, excellent news! You have a son!
Alright, got another son, been another 16 years, so yeah, these guys probably aren't going to come into play. Where are they? Nobuharu is the one that just got born, and then Nobukane is the one that was just born last year. They're probably not going to come into play in this campaign, but we'll see. We'll see how long it goes. But in any case, I got a few more troops going, and I got 2 more seasons to spend some money. And yeah, just gonna spend some money on soldiers, get my armies going. I keep on wanting to look out for this Hojo heir, and I don't see him. I'm not seeing him anywhere. And if I'm not seeing the heir, I wonder if he died. But yeah, in any case, just gonna spend some money on some soldiers here. And now I have that border watchtower that's finished being built here in Echizen, so now I can spy on the Hojo army in Kaga and see what they have there. And yeah, so the Hojo clan is now the most advanced in all Japan. No other clan can match their level of development. And that's no surprise, I have not been able to spend a whole lot of time on developing my clan's infrastructure until lately, so I'm sure I have some catching up to do. And then yeah, I'm catching another shinobi here in Nagato. No surprise. And still no attack, but let's see what I can see up here in Kaga. No heirs, but some decent troops. Jeez, oh Pete, some gold-plated, some gold armor Ashigaru, Naginata. And what's dangerous about this is one of those things that catches a player off guard, is when on the battlefield they see these Ashigaru and they think, man, I can just stomp all over them because they're Ashigaru, right? And these guys, because I can't distinguish them on the battlefield, I can see them here and I can know, okay, if I can remember that when I fight these armies, I have to watch out for the Ashigaru, that's one thing. But on the battlefield, it's really hard to like remember that and remember like, okay, these guys are gold-plated Ashigaru, because you can't tell, you can't see which ones are which on the battlefield. So it's going to be one of those issues where, you know, I might throw certain units up against them thinking that they're going to have an easy time of it, and then they end up losing or not killing them fast enough, and they end up holding me in place long enough so that these monks come in and kill me. So yeah, these are definitely some dangerous armies for sure. I'm not seeing any heavy cav, still no heavy cav, but the amount of upgrades they have on their other armies really shows the level of development that the game just told us about. The fact that they have the most developed armies, of any faction right now. That really goes to show, because of all of these armor upgrades, all these weapon upgrades. Yeah, that's something that I'm gonna have to start spending money on pronto. I would say starting next year, I need to start really concentrating on my weapon upgrades, my morale upgrades, my armor upgrades, all that good stuff. Because yeah, I can't keep waiting on that. Now, yeah, so I have I'm getting pretty close to. So my northern armies are pretty much all set composition wise, and my southern armies still have a little bit of work to do. Once the composition is good on these armies, then I can send them into Kyushu and take them out. Of course, I could have just did this years ago, but as I was saying before, I wanted to focus my money and attention on developing my lands and not so much on just conquer. So if I have to wait until these armies are ready, that's honestly fine by me. It looks like, let's look at the throne room map. It looks like, yeah, Imagawa's just hanging tight. They're still here in Shikugo. They haven't taken anything. All of this is rebel held, so I'm not saying, there's some decent, honestly, this rebel army has some Nodachi swordsmen and some warrior monks, so, it's not nothing. So there might still be some decent battles here in Kyushu, but that's all. I'm just going to hold off on it and wait until things are looking good. I think once that attack does finally kick off, I don't think Kyushu is going to take long. It might take, maybe an episode to take out the entire island itself. But until then, I'm just going to keep plugging away here. Now, something that I just thought of is the fact that since my defending armies are all relying on their guns, and since the arquebusiers cannot even fire in even the lightest of rain, that puts me at a disadvantage, because when it's the attacking armors that decide the weather that they fight in. That's the, one of the advantages of being the attacker. And if they decide to fight in rain, and even light rain at that, my arquebusiers won't be able to fire. Now, musketeers can fire to some degree in light rain, so that is another advantage that they have, but the guns that I have right now is not so much the case. So it's a good thing that I kind of have these little like backup armies of reserves in each of these provinces, because in the beginning of each battle, if I find that the weather is not suitable, I can simply switch out these guns for some archers, for example, or maybe even some infantry, some spears instead. Probably some archers, but yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind regarding the up-and-coming war here in the north. For now, though, I think I'm looking good to end the turn and see how much... Yeah, that's the kind of money I'm talking about. So I got another Portuguese trading post in Izumo, and Bichu, Ki, Mino, and got another right away. So I got 3 shinobi in Owari, and then I train 1 priest there, and then immediately a ninja hones in and attacks my priest. At least he's not attacking, Shibata Katsuye. But yeah, going straight for the easy prey. Yeah, I swear, I have no idea if a priest can defend himself in an assassination attempt. If you are aware of the answer to that, let me know, because I do not know. Oh, and here's another one. In this case, he was caught and killed, but a ninja was going after my other priest here in Harima. So it's kind of, in a way, it's useful, because just having these priests, yes, of course, they spread Christianity, but they are ninja magnets. And as long as they're going after Jesuit priests, then at least they're not going after, my generals. And then, of course, I got another shinobi that was caught and killed here in Nagata. That seems to be a regular occurrence. And yes, so we got a good harvest. All crop revenues are up by 25%, and I'm looking at a 12,866 treasury. Not bad all around. So what I'm thinking is that since I know that there's a ninja here in Owari just kind of hanging out, I can send another shinobi down, because they have a chance of catching every time they enter a province. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking there, and I can train up another shinobi here in Tajima. Alright, got a bunch of money to spend, and I think this is the year for me to finally start pumping some money into some troop upgrades itself. Of course, I'll keep producing, soldiers. Still need to get the Naginata going. That's the one that I'm mostly falling behind on right now. Other than that, I'm pretty much caught up, like, in every other regard. Spearmen, archers, cavalry. I'm pretty good on. It's just the Naginata that I'm a little bit behind on. But yeah, so I'll keep training Naginata, and I'll get it going so that I can train more Naginata here once I build the famous spear dojo. And yeah, that'll allow me to produce Naginata in Mino and Aki. So that's going to be good there. And then other than that, yeah, I think it's going to be time to put some more upgrades in. Yamashiro, for example, gives +1 honor bonus to any troops that are produced here. Right now, I have an archery dojo, so why not? I give it a famous archery dojo. It's cheap. It gives a +1 honor bonus. So that means archers trained will have +2 honor bonus, just right away, just like that, easy. Moving on to Omi. I have another archer. I can build a armory so that my archers in Omi have some more armor. That's also very valuable. So let's put one of those in. Iga, I'm training armored spearmen. So how about I put a large castle in so I can reach the next level of armory for Iga. Okay, not bad, not bad. Am I doing anything in Owari? Yeah, Mino is good. Owari, how about? So I'm working on a agricultural upgrade in Owari, so that's fine. Tosa, what am I doing in Tosa? Okay, so I'm training my arquebusiers in Tosa, As I know that they have pretty weak morale because they are peasants, it's going to be useful if I put in a palace because it gives +1 morale to all troops that are produced in this province. So I can put that in. Oh, and before I forget, I should also put this citadel. Oh man, do I have to wait? No, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to put the citadel in Yamashiro, and that way I can start working towards the citadel or the cathedral that will allow me to collect money from all my churches. Yeah, that's going to be the better play there, and I'll work on upgrading my archers here in Omi for now. That's fine. Aki, this is already the best place for my Naginata so far. But how about I make it even better by putting in, I'll put a palace in here so they have +1 morale. Not bad. And what else? I trained my cavalry here in Issa, and I've just been doing that from the beginning. And right now I'm building a superior farmland, so a couple more turns until I can build something there. But that's fine. That's fine. That's a decent start for now regarding upgrades and all of that. So I think that's looking good. Yeah, so that's fine. And other than that, is there anything else I want to build when it comes to economy? There is something I was looking at. Let's see, here in Harima, I have silver, right? So I already have a mine, but then I can also build an advanced mine. The way to get there, though, is it's kind of high tech. I have to get up to a citadel, I believe, which is the 3rd tier of castle, before I can build that advanced mine. Whether or not the money actually is worth it, it takes a while to earn that money back. But because I need a large castle to build a church, I may as well just do that already. So I can do a large castle, I can do a church, then I can build a citadel, and then I can build that mining upgrade. So that's something I can do there. With silver, it will be worth it eventually. EO doesn't have silver as copper, which is the least lucrative of all of the mining resources. It might be worth doing eventually, but for now, it's probably not worth the money, worth the investment. Aki does have silver as well, so that'd be another investment that's worth making, but it's going to be hard to find the time to build those buildings, because I'm going to be focusing on getting my Naginata soldiers better here in Aki. Other than that, I think I'm good to just train soldiers. I do have a lot of money, but yeah, I think training soldiers is all I need to be doing right now. And for now, I believe this is my last Portuguese trading post that's been finished here in Nagato. Hurrah! And yes, so ninja, yet again, another ninja's trying to kill my priest here in Harima. And that's all she wrote. Can't dodge a bomb. And yet again, caught another shinobi in Nagato. And yeah, Hojo's still hanging tight. Let's see, how are we looking? Just checking out the soldiers, checking out the troops. Looking pretty scary, I'll tell you what. I'm still not seeing any air. Man, I swear there was an air. They had a 4-star air last I checked, but he is nowhere to be found these days. Or any air for that matter. So yeah, I wonder if he died in one of the bazillion attacks on Mikawa. Actually, I wonder if he died attacking Kaga, because that took a lot of attacks as well. But they do have all they have is this 2-star daimyo. Other than that, though, they do have a lot of good buildings, so worrisome stuff indeed. But, you know, I feel like I'm making pretty good progress on my armies here, and I have a pretty good income. And yeah, I'll say in just a few more turns, I'll be ready to attack Kyushu. And since I have the money to spend, I may as well put an armory here in Hoki. I can put an armory in basically any one of these provinces here in this part of Honshu. So I may as well get, you know, as many, not Naginata capable of producing provinces up and running. So I already have a Spirit Dojo that was here that was here when I conquered the province. So I may as well turn Hoki into another Naginata producing province eventually. So I'll get that armory going there, and yeah, keep training some troops. And I think I'm ready to end the turn here. Actually, how's my heir doing? So yeah, just one more year. So just 4 turns away from now, Nobunaga's will be of age, and I have to make sure I keep an eye on that. All right, so now I have the superior farmland that's finished being built in Kawachi and Isa, and then I got that famous Spirit Dojo in Mino. That's good, so I can start training Naginata there. And then I have another superior farmland that's finished being built in Awari. Oh, I just saw a geisha. And and she's going after my priest, of all people. Come on, that's how she got you? Bomb inside of a dish? Oh dear. Well, now that there's a geisha on the field, I am terrified. Let's see, another ninja is going after a priest here in Mimasaka as well. Alright, so that's terrifying. And since, let's see, I did catch a ninja going after my daimyo here in Nagato. And another shinobi as well.
Lord, excellent news!
And I got another son. Alright, so now I have a few sons. They're quite a ways away from being ready. But now that there's a geisha in the field, this is terrifying because this is what I get for sitting back and trying to play highs. Because in this case, Hojo, or not playing high, I'm trying to play tall. I cannot play this game if I was high. This is what I get for trying to play tall. I sat back and I tried to build my armies up, and Hojo did the same thing, and now they're sending geisha after me, and that's really bad. That's really bad. So now I'm gonna try to run, just run this 4-star general away, and I have to train up a bunch of shinobi. And at least in this case, see, this happened in my last campaign when I was playing as the Mori, but at least in this case, I do have some places where I can build ninjas. Yep, here's another. I can start training ninjas here in Aki, although I am training Naginata here, so maybe this is life or death, so I think I have to go with ninjas here in Aki as well. And hopefully I can get rid of this geisha nice and quickly, because they do take a long time to train up. I believe they take like 8 to 10 turns, something like that. I don't know. I've never actually used one before, but let me just see what I have here. I don't think... Yeah, I think I just have those 2 provinces that can train ninjas right now. Yeah, Aki. It's going to be Aki and Nagato. Yeah, Aki and Nagato. So I'll start pumping out ninjas in those places and see if I can take down this geisha here. And then as well as my shinobi here in Tajima. And I can also train shinobi here. No, I cannot. Oh, I got rid of that building. Yeah, that's right. I needed money. Way back in the day, I needed a lot of money. So that's nerve-wracking. Yeah, let's see. I think... See, right now she was like going after this general here in Io. It's hard to tell if I need to start like jumping my daimyo around right away. Same with this guy too, my heir right here in Mino. I can't tell if I like need to start running him like right away. Let's see. Also, oh yeah, that also makes me think of the fact that Oda Nobunaga is going to be coming of age anytime soon, and he's going to need adequate protection as well. maybe what I should do is actually... So here in Nagato, what am I doing? I'm building a church in Nagato, dang. And what am I doing here in Aki? I'm building a palace. I'm tempted to maybe cancel those buildings so I can start working on like upgrades so I can upgrade my ninjas. That's a thought. Another thing is maybe just get a tea house going so I can start training more shinobi in places that aren't just Tajima. So I can get that going as well. Yeah, that's dicey. It's dicey for sure. That's makes me think that this attack, gosh, Yeah, I wonder what to do about that because it makes me think that maybe I should just say screw attacking Kyushu and I should just go after Hojo like right now. But if I leave these two armies behind here, well, I mean, look at this. You know, just look at all of their stuff. And can I like beat like if I'm defending, I could do a lot of damage to them, sure, but if I'm attacking them, it's a little bit different. I mean, Mikawa's a river province, Shinano's hilly, Hida is a weird one, Kaga's really, really, really tough. Kaga's a very unique province, very, very unique geography. Probably like one of my favorite provinces to fight on for the challenge. But it's a very unique province to have to attack for sure. Yeah, that's a tough decision. I should probably see how I go about actually. How long does it take to train? Just one turn. So it only takes one turn to train a ninja. So I'll be sending 2 ninjas per turn at this geisha until she's dead. So at least I have that going for me. In the meantime, I can train Naginata here in Mino, so that's good. At least I'm not like bottlenecking my Naginata production here in Aki by having, you know, one place. I can also train them here in Mino. Let's see. I should probably get a famous armory going here so I can get silver armor upgrades going. And yeah, man, it's hard to think of anything else when there's a geisha on the field. It really snaps you out of the whole lull. I was really hoping that Hojo would attack me, but apparently not, man. I guess they just want to like, you know, play the sneaky underhanded way and really just take me down with their agents, which sucks, you know. It'd be really nice to have some really cool battles, but guess that's not the Hojo way. I should have known. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is I'll spread all of my generals out. I had a 2-star that was here, and I brought him up to Hoki. I brought my 4-star to Tajima. I just had a 3-star that just spawned, Hosokawa Fujitaka. He just spawned here in Tosa, so I might just keep him here to see if I can kind of lure her this way. But yeah, the idea is to keep her on this chase as long as possible, keep her away from my family, and keep doing that until one of my ninjas catches up to her. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, it's gonna be terrifying. All right, how are we doing? Very low taxes, and let's end the turn. And she's going straight for my daimyo. God dang it. Okay, so it's my priest actually. It's making me think that maybe if I just keep training priests, she'll go after them. Gosh, I wonder if that's like true. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, I don't think we need to see this. Yeah, we've already seen this. We know who wins. And yes, the geisha wins that one. I did catch another shinobi here in Nagato. Alright, so now she's in a province with my daimyo. This is freaking terrifying. Okay, so move him somewhere else, like here, and gosh, you know, I have so many shinobi that I think maybe I can just kind of, like, I probably don't need all of them, like, one per province anymore. I can probably have them kind of group up like this. And this is the nice thing about having ports in every single province, is that I can just do this on a whim. And this is going to make it so that it won't kill her, at least not. So yeah, ninja, 17% chance of killing this geisha. And where's the other one? Oh yeah, I have a ninja right here. Oh, nice. Okay, that worked out. 17% chance. There we go. So ninjas can kill her. The shinobi, they won't kill her, but they will delay her. They can. If there's like enough of them in the province of the target that she's trying to get, like I'm talking like 6+. At that kind of numbers, there's a chance that she's delayed for like a turn or something. But even then, you can't rest easy. She will keep going and going and going. So I think in that case, I should probably probably put this guy, because my heir's landlocked. That's the one thing that's kind of scary, is that he's here. So that's making me think that I should probably switch armies out so that my heir is in Echizen, and then this guy here is in Mino. Kind of weakens my defenses of Mino a little bit, but honestly, keeping this guy on a territory with a port just so he can run away quickly is really good. Also, want to make sure that he at least has 4 shinobi with him at all times. Let's make it 5. Let's make it 6. And how are we doing here in Owari? Yeah, I need more shinobi. I need more. Yeah, so how many does my daimyo have right now? He has 1, 2, 3, 7, I think. Let's make it 8. And 9, why not? 10, why not? And actually, oh yeah, let's keep training priests, just as kind of, if she keeps going for priests, that might be a way out as well. So where else can I can train them here in Tosa? Yes, I can. All right. Maybe move him here if I'm going to be training priests here. And all right, where else? Yamashiro, I can train priests here in Yamashiro, and that's fine for now. Punitive taxes, how are we looking? Everyone's looking happy-ish. And I'm still training Naginata. I can bring him, oh yeah, I need to bring him to here first. Whew, alright, man, I am a nervous Nelly right now. Alright, let's end the turn there. Wait, I got a Naginata? Yeah. So I'll put this guy here. How many Naginata do I have? 1, 2... And then I'll have 3, and then I'll bring a 4th one over as well. Alright, yeah, Nervous Nelly. Let's see, Air is gonna be just 2 turns away, so yeah, hopefully I have some spare shinobi for Oda Nobunaga, or else he is gonna die early. Okay, let's end the turn and see where she goes. Making some decent money here. I got that church that's finished in Nagato, and I have that palace that's finished in Tosa, and palace in Aki, tea house in Awa, so now I can start training shinobi in Awa. And I have that large castle in Harima. The armory is finished in Omi. Large castle, Iga. Okay, so where is she going? Okay, so she went back. Okay, so she went back to Mikawa, and my ninja caught up to her in Mikawa. So let's see how he does. Right over her head. God dang it. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting that she went back to Mikawa, though. I wonder why. Average harvest making 11,848. On an average harvest, that's not bad at all. So yeah, this is interesting because, so the thing is that just as it's easy for, like, it's nice that I have ports because that means that my generals can move anywhere and try to run away from this geisha. It also means that she can go wherever she wants to. So it's kind of double-sided. There's no reason that I can think of for her to go back to Mikawa unless she, I don't know, was running, like she saw the ninjas and ran away from them. I don't know. I don't know why she would do that because I feel like she knows that she's better than them. I don't know. All right, so I got 2 more ninjas. Let's send them out. You go, and yes, you go as well. All right, make sure they're on the right target, and make sure my taxes are set to very low. And all right, so yeah, it's gonna be just 2 turns until Oda Nobunaga becomes of age, and I don't have enough. I can start training more shinobi here in Awa. That's good. And what I'm also thinking is that now I can start working on getting better ninjas here. Okay, so it's going to be a while. I have to build a fortress here in Aki, and I have to start building a fortress here in Nagato as well. Actually, no, I can start... Oh, nice. Oh, this is really good. So I can get an infamous ninja house in Nagato right away because I already have that fortress that's built here. So now, and that's going to give me a +1. That's going to give me a higher chance. Only takes 3 turns for this to be built. It's very cheap, 400 koku, and that's going to give me a higher chance of killing her with my ninjas. So that's nice. That's very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. So for now, there's a brief respite. She went back to Mikawa. She's not, you know, like hot on the tail of one of my guys like right now. With that being said, I wonder if I start like putting my, because I got these priests. So maybe if I start throwing them out there, do I have more priests? Yeah, priests here as well. And maybe just kind of like bait her. Like if she like goes here instead to kill priests, instead of, you know, going after my generals, that would be nice. Put a priest here in Kawachi. Why not? Yeah, that's looking fine. So what I was thinking is that these armies in Nagato and Io are pretty much almost set. I mean, they're like they're very close. I think my Io army just needs, he just needs one more Naginata basically. So he's like almost all set before he's fully ready to go. So yeah, it's getting close. It's getting close to where I can attack Kyushu, and I think I have to. I think I can't really make a good attack because this is a 4-province front that I'm attacking, which means I'm expanding my front from 3 provinces to 4. I'm going from Echizen, Mino, and Owari to Mikawa, Shinano, Hida, and Kaga, which means that I need, at minimum, I need 4 full composition armies to do so. Right now, I just have the 3 here, and then the almost 5 here, and that's it. So even though it's felt like I've been doing very well, my composition's not quite there yet. If I wanted to just, you know, and that's the thing, like maybe if I just start going for it, that's the key as well. Maybe just go for Kyushu and start storming Kyushu and take them out. That's not the worst idea in the world. We will see though. I feel like I want to give my ninjas a little bit of a chance just because I have them on the field right now. It could be an issue where it could be a situation where they get the job done, you know, and then I don't have to worry about Geisha for like another few turns. So maybe that's the answer. I'm not sure. That's all going to be decided later. But that is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. I've been Step, and this has been Shogun Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.